Alrighty. Updating your game. Maybe I should check if there's an App Store update. Thought I was a pasty white boy from Arizona or something? Bro, I've been streaming with a webcam for almost a year. It's almost been a year since I started streaming with a cam. Because I know I started immediately after Anime Expo. Because after Anime Expo, I went out and grabbed a webcam, specifically just for the stream. And that's when I started streaming. And it's almost been a year, it's been 11 months. So I'm surprised. Shit, my bad. I'm not even. I ain't even mad. I'm just surprised. Because if you had an impression of what I looked like, then obviously that means that you must have heard of me through my videos or somewhere, right? Because I can't imagine you just leave the stream on and as pure background music or background noise rather. And here I thought you were not going to stream because you're quote-unquote busy. Trust me, Rip Gaming, I'm much busier than you are in real life. Yeah, I still have the time to, or I still find the time somehow to hang out and stream. Best life advice? I don't know. I'm not the best person to ask for that. Clearly. I've burned over $10,000 playing a mobile game. Why are you asking me for life advice? I guess that's a good way to start. Don't play mobile games. Right, who got buffed? Hey! They knew about Onigashima coming up. Time to swindle those plebeian NA players for their courts. Oh, so speaking of Raiko, since I already have her MP5, you have both chats have my full permission to use this stream as a source of luck. Because I know people are gonna do. I know people are gonna do that anyway. Either way. Hi from Chile, Toho. Do you have Gotcha Seas at Limit Break? Yes. I have all of them. I have all of them limit broken. I don't need to worry. That being said, I think I only have one copy of Dumplings Over Flowers, the 5-star one. So, farming the gold mat, whatever it is for this event, might be a little bit tricky. Hey Chris, what's going on? Doing fine, doing fine. It's a bit late at night, obviously, because it's midnight my time. But didn't think you would stream today. I honestly shouldn't be. But whatever. Arashi Musashi. Mm. Who do you like more? Hello, Adstra. What's going on, man? Should you wait for Raiko or roll for Summer Servants? Up to you. Big brain plays. You get Raiko here, and then you get Raiko Lancer during summer. Big brain. I know you did, but you saw the interludes. If you know that I already know about the interludes, why do you feel the need to ask? But yes, for the sake of answering your question, yes, I did. Yes, it's felt in the background. Your opinion? My opinion doesn't fucking matter. It's cool. That's all I'll say. What else do you want me to say? Servants getting buffed. What's wrong with that? You have Nightingale and her. You have no need for Raiko, right? Let's just say that Raiko is going to help you a lot. Hey Nightmare, what's going on, man? Hey One True J, what's going on, man? Same to you. I've been doing pretty well. Last couple of weeks I've been kicking my ass though. IRL. How do you feel about the current state of FGO JP? Dead game. Dead game just like NA. Yes, it's worth going for MP2. If you have the same course to burn, I would recommend going for MP2. Finals are next week. Damn, you got a late start actually. Or your school year must have started later. I don't know if you're still in grade school or if you're in college or university, but I think this week was the school district in my area. I believe their final week was this week actually. So now all the kids should be out for summer. Yeah. And I think our next closest school district, theirs still goes on until next week. No, I'm not checking. I'm not playing Casino Alice. I don't even know what that is. All I know is that's just a mobile game. That's it. Hey, Kramer, what's going on, man? Can't play much the Madoka game either. I would like to, but just physically can't. Press F in chat. Ready to channel your inner yeehaw whale power? What, for this banner? Also, I'm really surprised that the Shuten and the Shinjuku banners are still going on. That's rather surprising for me. Or that's rather surprising to me. But I'm not rolling. Because my Raiko is already MP5, so I don't really care. Let me check if my second archive has more of those the Event 3 StarCraft essences. Nah, it doesn't look like it. I do have some extra dumplings over flowers, so I guess I can use those. Just gotta clear out inventory space first. Okay, I have those three, that means I can just get rid of these three now. Let me see, I think I have, I already have two Shana O's now. There's one there. Thought I had another. Let's see if I can find it somewhere. Maybe did I get like a super suck on it somewhere? I'm not seeing it. There's one Shana O. Huh. Thought I picked up a second. I thought you were able to get a second copy. Interesting. Alright, the way I'm getting rid of these three first and foremost. I must have burned all my, my... What was it again? I must have burned all my hot spring sea after event and last stream. Because that's, as far as I'm aware, that's the only one that I have on me currently. Let's just smash through these real quick. Anyways, hope you all are doing fine. I'm just gonna be chill grinding through the event, whatever part of it that we can do it, or whatever part whatever part of it that we can do now. So new to FGO, what's a good way to farm and manage AP? Good way to farm? You need the right servants. You need the right servants and you need to know what you're farming. And you need to know the nodes that you're farming in. This game is all about knowledge. Knowing what to do, who to bring. It's all about that knowledge. And manage AP. As long as you're using it, you're pretty much good to go. The managing AP part kind of falls under the whole what's a good way to farm. Again, it's just knowing what to farm. AP is always passively regenerating, so it's not anything to worry about much. Because you'll get it back eventually. Favorite anime? I don't know. Can't say I have a favorite. It's just animes that kind of stick with me. Like I think most of the Fate animes are pretty good. Specifically UBW and Fate Zero, because ufotable. Yes, all Japanese servants have damage bonuses. Hey, nice going, Nightmare. Congrats on MP2 Raiko. Hopefully she treats you well. Emiya Gohan? That too, honestly. You watch AOT? No, not really. Good morning, just for envy. Technically, it's morning over here for us too. So, who's your best servant? All of them. Hope you noobs can still grind through the event effectively. This event is much easier than Rashomon. If you're coming in here from Rashomon and you're afraid that Onigashima is going to be the same level of to deal with, it's not. You have a lot more options. You even have your own fancy little event map that you can look at. That's pretty wicked. And yeah, the raids shouldn't be all that hard either. Is there a rerun for Kuro? Yeah, in 2 years. Bless your pulls. By watching the stream, your pulls are already blessed. Late night memes. Yep. Thoughts on APOC? I started watching it, then I still need to finish it. Too bad I don't have Netflix. What countries do you want to see DW pull servants from? Anywhere from the South America and Korea. Yeah, thanks, bye. I use Orion to nuke Blue Oni. I could. Hey, congrats, Adrian. That's what the stream's for. Extra bone. Hey, congrats, Rojan. What act am I on again? Fourth act. Okay. Good. For the most part, they're just dropping the bronze mats so far. There's no bond bonus for event servants yet in NA. Oh, you mean that mechanic? We'll get that soon enough. I don't know when they started doing that though, but well, they'll start doing that for us soon enough. Maybe going into next year or some shit. What kind of anime do you like? What's with all the anime questions tonight? Honestly, I don't care. If I like an anime for whatever reason, then I'll watch it. Got blessed / spooked by MPT Drake. Hey, maybe it's a blessing in disguise. You'll find. Sooner or later, you'll find out. From 1 to 10, how much do you like that game? What game? No, DW's not really going to do collaborations with other IPs. They've had 4 years to do collabs. The fact that they haven't done one proper so far, eh. Is there any particular servant you want that you weren't able to pull? No, I have everybody. Is it worth pulling for Raiko if you don't have a scope? Yes, of course. You don't need a scope to farm. This event right now gives you one of the best farming Cs in the game. So, yeah, you don't need it. Most expensive servant. Probably Merlin, honestly, which makes a lot of sense. Because he was over 4,000. Quartz, that is. You recommend rolling for free to plays to roll Raikou? Yeah, sure. What's the harm? The event main quest isn't time locked. We'll find out. I think it might be. We'll see. We'll see how far I get. Also, I actually really need this because it'll help with farming. Okay, so we get the forest nodes unlocked here. So we'll move on to Mountain Pass. Or I guess Trino calls it Rough Pass. Yes, I did. Disappointed. Roll Raikou now or wait for Shimosa? Why not both? Exactly. If you're not a whale, why not try for Raikou during both banners? Why not? If you are a whale, then that changes slightly. Well, not just slightly, but is there a huge difference gameplay-wise for getting another copy of Raikou? Going from MP1 to MP2, yes there is. You'll notice the damage difference. Should you keep extra copies of welfares? No, there's no reason. If you already have the event welfare at MP5, you don't really need the extra copies. Do you do this again? I don't know. That's your money. I'm not gonna tell you what you do, what you should do with your own money. It's up to you, my man. Demia Assassin and Demia. Oh yeah, that's right. Demia's on random, isn't he? Demia is pretty good as a single target arts assassin. It's kind of weak at first, but if you support him properly, he's pretty good. Emiya alt, but with Emiya assassin, he's alright. Shiki's better though. Let's make sure that second battle is okay. Rip Demia, no buff. I mean, honestly, it's not like he has any glaring flaws. Maybe, you know, he has a lack of hard defense, but like I don't know. I don't look at Demia and think, oh, he needs a buff. It's like he already has a. I believe he's already gotten an MP damage buff. That's really all he needs. Yeah, dude, this event is gonna be really good for a lot of people who weren't able to play the event fully last year, for whatever reason. Hey, that's what's up, AR Crown. Congrats on your MP2. Also got Raiko to MP2. Hey, got him. Congrats, man. Alright, Arts Meme. Have fun with the event. Hey, congrats, Lewis. Lewis. However you say that. Raiko dropping in, is blessing the chat right now. Both chats. Got Raiko with 1 ticket. Hey, the legendary single ticket. Hey, congrats, man. Hey, straight from MP1 to MP3. Nice. Alright, same to you, Ray. Have a good one. Good luck with the event. Quad bones. Blue 6 tickets, right up is a lie. As it always is. And there's Kentucky. No battles. So this is our first raid boss, I believe. Emmy Assassin off a 10 roll. Lots of people are getting Emmy Assassin for some reason. I like Saber over towards the left. She and Emmy are kind of there just like hanging out. What kind of a pose is that, Saber? It's like the most random pose they chose for her. Like, but why though? Alright. Hey, so y'all remember how I mentioned that someone had found out that the BP meter still keeps your BP from last time? Hey, 15 out of 8. Lego. Alright, this is the quick guy, right? So, Yep, it worked. Alrighty. So let's see if we can't find a Merlin with the the bond craft essence. No, we can't do that. Guess all my Merlins are over there. We'll just take somebody from here instead. So we shall make this. Actually, we'll make this our team. Let's see. So what does the Oni here drop again? Okay, so just those for now. Wrong event, but hey, going in there anyways. We don't have any beans at the moment, but that's okay. What's for today? Onigashima. I'm just trying to rush through the main quest. Hey, Saisifo, what's going on, man? How's my day? The last couple weeks were fucking wrecking me, but streaming. So dash nice. Let's see. What's this? Our boss is prone to death. You can insta-kill them. It's just next to impossible. It's possible, just there are better uses for your time. But don't let me stop you. This one drops the coral, yeah. This should drop the coral. Okay. So we got this asshole to deal with. Does Kojiro drop anything? I believe the servants do drop something, right? If I'm not mistaken. Why is Kojiro a berserker, by the way? Let's see here. Caster. Percent, take that out. Let's kill Kojiro first. See if he drops us anything. 150 Saint Quartz, no Raiko. That sucks, man. Better luck next time, I guess. Okay, that was more than enough. Slap his belly. Slap! Slap his belly. How can she slap? MP2 Raiko? Hey, congrats, man. Along with an extra Suzuka. When's Skaha's banner coming? Thanksgiving. That's the last time you can ever get her. Wait, really? Outside of GSSRs? She never gets her own rate up after that. Scott never doesn't show up again after Thanksgiving. She never gets any more proper rate ups. No, not as far as I'm concerned. Also, I should have charged NP. That would have been nice. And by that point, she's already not she, but the Oni's almost already dead anyway. So. Did a half-price Saint Quartz sale or something like that in the past? No, they never discount their Saint Quartz. Lots of goodies. Wanna use Ozzy? Cause Maeve has damage bonus. I can tell that you have never used the Maeve before, but yeah. That's what she's there for. Also, did Kojiro drop anything? I forgot to check, like I always do. Yes, Hirai Momo. Always do the events as much as you can. This event is very easy to is a lot easier for people to get into because there are plenty of damage bonuses that help you out. Hey Lucy, what's going on, man? Hey, congrats, Aaron, on your new Raiko. Still can't get over the Irish language. I mean, that's what you think about any language that you don't speak. Let's MP Kojiro's ass again, because I know I can one-shot him. I should probably charm the Oni first before doing anything. But what event is that? This one? Onigashima. Yes, let's come back. Million damage, easy. What buff did you get from the start of this fight? The motivation to fight or will to fight EX. You always get it going into the fight against the Oni. This one right here. Will to fight EX, increased damage dealt in raids by 100%. This was not an Onigashima. This is another reason why the raids are so easy, because the game literally just spoon feeds you a 100% damage bonus just because. And it's literally for 999 turns, which is more or less infinite. You hasn't started in your country yet, you don't think? That makes no sense because the event is out for everybody if you play NA. Stalling for 999 turns. Indeed, Eric's been real-lifing it up. Real-lifing it up, more or less. Let's do this. I should pull. You should pull your 6th Raikou just for the lulz. I mean, yeah, that's a waste of quartz, but hey, you do you, buddy. I'm not one to talk because I have a 6th Merlin for some reason. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's some pretty good damage. Go waiver, DPS waiver. Lucy, I understand that you're addicted to the Pepega phone emote, but can you not be that guy and spam it literally every time you want to say something? Oh hey, you put two lines where you didn't actually use it. DPS waiver. Oh yeah. Ah yeah. Yeah, Rojan. Pretty much every Japanese server in the game gets a damage bonus. Excuse me. Alright, Chris. Have a good night, buddy. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Who would you like from next GSSR? Preferably not a USO. That would be nice. Wow, no Mave cards at all? What the fuck is this? There are all my Mave cards. Finally. I was wondering where they show up. Let's see. This is felt, Lucy. Yes, Kentucky Berserker is pretty good. He's so good, in fact, that he's probably the best single target farmer in the game. Do you have Double Waver or Merlin? Would you rather MP or keep it separate? If you're going for damage, you have to use them both anyway. Let's see. Ah, yes. Now would be a good time to do this. I do believe this guy is going to get absolutely fucked. Perhaps so, perhaps not. We shall see. What kind of shenanigans can you do a double waiver? Oh, all the shenanigans. Is Lubu budget Kentucky? Kind of. Should you only have Tomo as support caster? Should you go for DPS support? Sure. Find somebody who's an arts DPS then. On support. Says the guy that uses Maeve. What about her? Hey, look, a gold foe. Those are pretty useful. When did you start playing FGO? Day 3. Only 2, Mr. Weirdo. Anniversary and we don't have one for New Year's for whatever reason. So it's basically New Year. It's basically Thanksgiving and anniversary for us. Why is my support waiver all the way up there for some reason? Should probably put that on. Pretty useless gold foes. I don't know what kind of game you're playing, but gold foes are not useless. If you can't use them because you don't have a servant at 1,000 out of 1,000 foes, that's your problem. What's a quick tip to a new player who wants to be mildly competent? Play the game. As in, don't let your AP rot, and always be on top of your AP, because that means you're playing the game. And the more you play the game, the more you learn about it. No idea who to gold foe first. Gold foe your grails. Your grailed servants. Can you fight green only if the servants are not max level? Yeah, just go with the easier raids. The 2 AP, the 2 BPs, 1 BP or whatever, whichever you can beat. Story time locked? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Oh, that actually missed. Interesting. No, it's because it only has up to 20 HP and stats. Foes are much better because they give plus 50. Like Alto said, up until 1000. Once you hit 1000, you can't use regular foes. You can't use regular foes. That's what I thought at first, but then I learned that's not the case. You can only use gold foes to get a servant enhanced past 1000. You don't have a choice in that. So it takes literally almost a year, or a good part of a year, to get a servant from 1000 foes to 2k. From 1k to 2k. Because you can only use gold foes, and the only way to get them is from events. Either that or from Rare Mana Prism Shop. Merlin, Tam, Waver. Who prefers them? Merlin for tough stuff, Waver for literally anything, and Tamo for specifically for arch teams. So Tamo is the least popular among those three. Typically, people are going to be taking Merlin or Waver. You gonna get them from the RP shop? Yeah, I have like 500 rare mana prisms just sitting around waiting to be used. If I didn't use them for if I didn't use them for something, why am I even getting rare mana prisms? Gotta buy something with them. Who to prioritize were gold foes? Your grailed servants. Because if you're gonna grail a servant, might as well get their stats max too. Can't decide on which GSSR banner you're gonna roll. Bro, there's only one GSSR. There's only one GSSR that you can roll for the one that's coming up. There's no multiple. How's farming? It's going decently. Just trying to progress steadily through the main quest here. Well, I say that I'm doing raids right now. Ooh, I can use the hot spring sea. How do people max it to 2,000? Because they're on JP, and JP's had enough to give you enough, has had enough events to give you enough gold foes to the point where you can 2k somebody. What do you mean, how? You like to throw away your gold foes, but your friend stopped you? Yeah, you probably shouldn't, because there's something you can't really get just naturally. You can only earn them. You can't farm them. Keep them in your second archive somewhere. Save them up, so that when the time comes, much later on down the road, when you have a servant who's at, you know, max stats and grailed and shit, you can finally pull out those gold foes that you've been saving up, and then finally use it on them. You don't want to oh, that's right, I have craft essences. You don't want to throw away things that you can't get back normally. That's usually a bad idea. Hopefully we get lucky and get double SSR and GSSR. That's a tall order, but maybe it'll happen to somebody. All right, Akrim. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, man, and get some sleep. All right, Fubuki. Thanks for stopping by. Same to you. Have a good one. Worth grailing Herc and the guy with Tsubame Gaishi. You grail whoever you want. If you have to ask if it's worth grailing somebody, then that tells me you care about stats. Or either that, or you're only asking that question because you have no idea, you don't have any clue otherwise. Grails are intended for you to use on servants that you really like, or you just really like using for gameplay. That's something that only you can answer. At the risk of sounding very very anime-y. But no, seriously, it's something only you can answer. Can't have somebody else answer that question for you. Because otherwise, I can sit here and be like, yeah, yeah, just go grail that one angry mango guy. Yeah, he's the best servant in the game. Kappa. And welcome back, Akria. Any hints for which servants you'll... here's a hint. The videos will be out by this weekend. Do the Onis have the writing trait? I don't think so. I don't know why they would. Angry Mango is the best servant to. What do you mean? Are you insulting my husbands? I mean... my waifu is top tier. So... what do you want me to say? What do you do with the extra copies of Kentucky? If you already have Kentucky from last year and he's already MP5, then I don't know. More, either you can keep the extra Kentucky for shits and giggles, like I am, or you can burn him. It's up to you. You already have Kentucky, you don't need him twice. Who's your waifu, Taomo? You have no good rider for this raid. Kentucky rider! Except, to be fair, I don't think you can have him at full power immediately. Maeve really doesn't like giving me her cards now, does she? Much thunk. She's got this back at least. Oh, now she decides to give me all her cards. Alright, finally used up all my BP. Let me see, let me go use my gold votes here real quick. Nom 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 nom. Alright, so yeah, I guess the stories, the main quests are time gated because we have to beat the Oni here in order to advance. So I guess I'll just use up the rest of my AP here. Let's see. Do I have dumplings? Yeah, I actually do. Okay. So I can keep doing those raids. Might as well just keep doing the raids now. Fuck it. No reason not to. Just playing hard to get. Who, Raiko? Or somebody else? Is it worth to clear lower AP less jobs just for the being clear awards? I mean, if you need them to do the raids, then yes, of course. If not, you don't need to. It's up to you. Not too hugely important. Is it free to play? Should we be saving our dumplings for better raids? Mm, only if the other raids have materials that you want to farm for. Check a Churnopedia or some sort of guide and see which raid has mats that can potentially drop that you want or you need. Because maybe this Oni guy doesn't have or maybe this raid doesn't have the mats that you want exactly, and so you want to look to the next one to farm that. If that's the case, then yeah, save your dumplings. If not, then well, might as well use your dumplings just to get the damage ladder out of the way. Missed again. What's the raid drop for this one? Let me check. This one drops bones and caster gems. From what I'm seeing here. So nothing fancy, nothing like too fancy. Unless I know some people need caster gems somehow, so you can go for those. I don't know how frequently they drop. That's something you're gonna have to find out on your own. Caster gems? Yes. This raid right here. Sly's hit or miss emote is so on point. Does anything drop gears? Maybe one of the free quests. I know for a fact that gears drop somewhere. In a free quest somewhere. That the problem is that our free quests are time gated at the moment, so maybe it's not available right now. Oh, nice. Next, good follow-up turn, because I have a Maeve Brave Chain here. So with this, we should be able to kill. Hey, Sai, welcome to Twitch. The better half of the stream. Which C should be used for increased drop? Gotcha C's. 3 stars for the bronze mat, 4 stars for the what you call it? 4 stars for the ooh, nice roots. I need to log those. 4 stars for the silver mats and then 5 stars for the gold mats. I need to log the roots. Of course, I need to hopefully I didn't miss any roots. Who needed roots again? Right, Pro Arthur. So what damage am I at now? Damage points. I'm at 36,000 or 1,000? There's 36 million. Okay, I'm good. That should have been the first route that you get at 35 million, 35.5 million. Let me check the shop first real quick. What's that timer, by the way? Raid timer May. Okay, so it's basically just telling us the raid timer. Okay, so basically, you just have 40 hours for the raid. First of all, calm down, Claire. It can happen. Good luck can happen. Once you're calmed down, congrats on your extremely good luck. Enjoy it because you don't know if that'll happen. If you don't know if that's the last time that'll ever happen. But still, congrats. All right, Quantic Heart. Thanks for the kind words. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Blue drops saber cookies. Yes. The blue Oni raid, which is the next one after this one. Excuse me. Did the 15 out of 8 work? Yeah, it did. Don't pop her bubble, Dachuan. Don't pop her bubble. Let her be. Should you use a MP5 level 98-bit accurate MP1 made for this raid? Honestly, I think Maeve still outdamages a grailed, 90 grailed Ibaraki. Honestly. Of course, it may depend on how many hot spring CEs you got. But deadass, Maeve still might be able to outdamage her. Class advantage is a bitch. Anyways, vent out the shock now. Now that you've done that, congratulations. No, but seriously, that's insane luck. Should you drop money on Raiko if all you have is MHXA 9 and go for no pilots other than cool alter? Yeah. Nightingale, unfortunately, you're probably not really going to use her much because Merlin exists. And because he exists, Nightingale might as well not. But she's something, I guess. So you might as well, you know, try going for Raikou. She's another pretty good gameplay berserker. So she'll complement MHXA pretty well because MHXA is your single target berserker and Raikou can be your AoE. That's always good. Nice, another hot spring scene. Keep ending that shit early. Bought like six Senquartz packs and got Raikou to get Raikou plus 206 tickets. Welcome to what it feels like to be a whale. It's not a good feeling at first. You get used to it. Insert Goblin Slayer meme. Yeah, the old guy for this event, the best drop nodes. Are you talking about the Kazumai website, Zone? Because I know we had that link somewhere. Anybody in Twitch chat have the Kazumai link? Did Raikou really need 3 hits of 60% plus crit damage? Was that actually necessary? No, probably not. But why not? And to be honest, Raikou was kind of getting how should I say this? She was kind of getting dare I say power crept. Because remember, we also have another AoE berserker in JPFGO who also happens to have a 100% crit damage bonus in total for himself, whereas Raikou has none. Then again, you could probably argue that he doesn't have a crit star. He doesn't have something like Eternal Arms Mastery, which is also true. I don't even think he even has his own crit star weight buff. But that's fine. Nobody complains when Raikou becomes beefy girl. Whoops. I did not mean to use that skill right then and there. Yeah, whatever. She's fairly overhyped. Yes and no. Yes and no. She is in the sense that, oh, Raikou is so good, and then you have somebody roll for her MP1, and then they try out her MP, and they're like, she actually doesn't do that much damage as I thought. It's when she starts getting more MP levels that, yeah, she actually does start living it up. Taking Regin for a ride, pretty much, that's her MO. Is there any reason to roll for Oki if you're going for Scotty? No, not really. Excuse me. Kiara doesn't need MP5 to be good. Who told you that? People like Rexlin. MP4 Maeve, yeah. She's pretty beefy at that point. MP5 is more for bragging rights. Not in Kiara's case. MP2 is more than enough. Perhaps. But with Kiara, MP5 it's not a matter of bragging rights. In fact, most MP5s are actually not just bragging rights. Unless you specifically intend them to be that way. Oh, I'm just gonna MP5 Merlin just because I want to. Now that's a flex. Having MP5 Merlin, that's a flex. Cause he truly doesn't need to be MP5. That's a fucking flex and a half. But most others, like Kiara, that's not a flex. She needs that shit. Cause here's the thing with Kiara. MP1, she's a fucking potato. And I think everyone can agree on that. Starting at MP2, she starts doing actually, like, okay damage. At MP2. MP5 Waver feels like a flex. Maybe. But once you realize that MP5 Waver post MP interlude drops you a 50% defense buff, as opposed to just 30% at MP1, it's pretty good. I'm not saying you should go out of your way to try to MP5 Waver just for the defense debuff, but if you happen to have Waver at like what, MP3, MP4, it's not the worst thing. Okay. Her Maeve's 2 Buster cards here would have been real nice to have for next turn. Let her rip. Feel bad for free to play Kiara. I mean, free to play can still use her at MP1, but MP2 is where you really want to start her off on, because at MP1 her damage is just Kentucky Rider or Kets, who's better? Well, obviously Kets is better at damage output, but Kentucky's really easy to use. And likely you probably have Kentucky better. You probably have more or easier access to Kentucky than you have Kets, right? As long as you do this event. Hey, we got Maeve's Buster cards back. Thanks, Card RNG. For once, you actually work in my favor. Ugh, excuse me. Hey, say Brave Avalon, what's going on? Yeah, to put this in perspective, Ex Hominid. Saber Vavalon over on my Twitch chat. He's also one of my YouTube mods. Saber Vavalon is telling me that MP5 Kiara does less damage than MP1 Drake. Or any MP1 SSR with class advantage. So, that should tell you something. That's also one of the reasons why, that's also one of the reasons why I'm hoping that they give Kiara an MP interlude buff, because that's the only thing that she doesn't have. She's still stuck with her original 450, 750 damage scaling. So specifically in Kiara's case, that's not a flex to have her MP5. Like, there's a legit argument to be made that you kind of need her ass to be at MP5 for her to be able to do anything, you know, relevant. Let's actually try doing a full Maeve Buster Braid chain, because we don't really get to use this all that often. Yeah, same with Lartoria. IP damage is terrible. It's not terrible. It's not MP1 Kiara levels of terrible, but yeah, it'd be nice if she got one too. Nice, another gold foe. Can you explain hidden mechanics? 20% MP when hitting cast running? You literally just said it, Ark. That's all there is to it. When you're attacking a caster enemies like this, doesn't matter which class that your servants are. They can be fucking assassins for all for all the game cares. As long as you're attacking a caster enemy, no matter what they are, your servants get 20% bonus MP generation. Pretty simple. MP5 Arash better than MP1 Arjuna? MP5 Arash does around 180k damage. Does MP1 Arjuna do 180k damage? Like, it's been a long time since I last used my Arjuna, so I actually don't know. Hey Lauren, what's going on? Buff that's applied, or no, just special attack. It's on our overcharge. That's why it's so strong. Is MP5 irrational flex? Yes and no. Do you think that some servants should be role free to play? I'm not telling anybody to not roll for a servant. You can have any. You literally can have any reason to roll for a servant, and I'm not gonna sit here telling you that, oh, just because of this and this and this through gameplay, oh, you shouldn't roll for a servant. I'm just saying, if you have MP1 Kiara, just know that her MP damage is not gonna be very good. That's just the reality of the situation. You have a friend who has MP5 servants, but all skills are level 1. Should you unfriend him? If he's your only whale friend, then no. If you have other whale friends, then yes. Drop his ass like a bad habit. Because skill levels are the second half of what makes a servant strong. Yeah, you can get them all to MP5 and shit, but if their skill levels are trash, what's the point of using them compared to somebody else in your support list who has the exact same thing but with actually leveled skills? Like, there's no point. Kentucky is bad into this boss. That's because this boss has a 50%, or I don't know the exact number, but he has a very big quick resistance. So people with quick attacks will do less damage to him, a lot less. So that's why Kentucky doesn't really seem as good. The way you would negate it is by using the quick beams. If you eat a quick beam going into the fight, then you can counteract it. Alter ego class advantage over versus classic counter classing. It's got its uses. Obviously, I still prefer true class advantage because nothing beats double damage. Like the fact that you counter someone's class with your own class, that's a pretty big perk. Because that's an instant double damage right there. It's kind of hard to beat that. But, you know, being able to counter lots of classes at once is still pretty useful, because I'm sure there are nodes in the future where they got a lot of mixed cavalry nodes. So alter egos are really good at that, because they could just counter all of them at once. You don't have to really worry about it. Why are people even asking whether or not MP5 is a flex? No idea. Maybe because I mentioned something earlier. Would you ever use an alter ego when you can do a classic, when you can do just a regular class counter? Probably not. When the next time, I don't know when my next route is, because you get the first route at like what 35.5 million. I guess you don't get your next route for a long time, until 75 million. Jesus, that's 60. Oops, wrong game. Hey, congrats on K2 and Type 64. I managed to get both the Korean girls and Type 64 myself too. Trying to go for Jericho right now at the moment. Live by the Zerk, die by the Zerk. Summer Ishtar any good? I mean, she's got an AoE, so she's good for farming, I guess. I'm only looking forward to her because, literally all the AoE riders that I have in my account right now are, max spawned. So, that's awkward. So her showing up will actually give me another, AoE, rider that I can use. So. I know that some people actually used her for like meme challenge quest runs. Like some people kept her intentionally at level 1, and so that they could use her for some shenanigans in like event challenge quests and shit down the road. But those are what we like to call FGO esports, or in other words, really RNG dependent meme challenge runs, where they do shit like trying to finish the quest in like the shortest time possible or some shit like that. And I've been told that there's like 1 or 2 events where people use a level 1 Rider Ishtar for that shit. Or something, I don't fucking know. Does this boss always drop coral? You get a lot of coral drops, yes, from the monsters, the Onia on wave 1, and then from Kintoki here. Or Kintoki? What the fuck? Kojiro. Legend. What's the best support to carry you? Waver. You will use him literally everywhere. That is not an exaggeration. You're going to use him everywhere. Who's better for this boss? Ketz or Maeve? Maeve. Are you farming damage points? Yeah. This also drops coral, which is the bronze mat, the bronze shop currency. So I'm doing both actually. All right, Season. Thanks for stopping by, and have a good night. Just spent 5,000 Saint Quartz. And dare I ask how many Raikos you got? Give us the details. What was the damage report like? Got all 5? Okay, that's good. Because, yeah. Last year, this was the banner that broke a few whales that I knew, because they went in deep as well. They hit like what 4,000, 5,000, just like you did, and it broke them. And those whales that got broken quit the game soon after. You don't have any good supports to support Maeve, so you're reliant on front support and Huns. Do you use Waver or Merlin? In this case, probably Merlin, honestly. Probably Merlin. Alright, Rojan, thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Which website can you add whale friends? Go try the subreddit Discord. Or the FGO subreddit. You might be able to find something there. Does Maeve's skills matter? Yours is at 111 lol. Tell me, do you level skills at all? I think that's a better question to ask first. Yeah, Ultimo, the 15 out of 8 thing worked. When I logged in earlier and got to the raids, it was at 15 out of 8. So take that for what you will, I guess. Why they quit after spending? Mainly is because by that point they had found other mobile games that they were trying out, and the fact that they had to drop that much for an MP5 Raiko, they kind of realized that kind of opened their eyes to like the reality of continuing to play the game like this. Because a lot of them also had like pretty bad streaks in the past as well. It's like this wasn't the first time that they got like super fucked on a banner. So at some point they were just gonna break out of the way, and at that point for them was Raiko's banner. So once that happened, they were just like, well, if this is gonna keep happening, then might as well just jump ship to another game. So that's what some of them did. Hey, thank God, Artemis, what's going on? Do you get anything for helping in the raids? What do you mean, get anything? Like, are there gonna be any raid rewards? Probably not. Just the damage point ladder. Oh, excuse me. I don't get charged with tax, Gabber Knight, because I live in Cali. Cali, you don't get Apple tax. At least as far as I'm aware. Tax evader. It's not my fault that California happens to be a place where you don't have to pay Apple tax. Go blame Apple, not me. Are you going to Anime Expo? Yes, I am. Can't you VPN out of it? I mean, if you want to go ahead and try, be my guest. You just start for second inning. Which class would you go for? You do know that this GSSR is not class-based, right? It's not class-based. It's literally just, oh, here are all 51 SSRs that we have in the game so far. Good luck. Hey, congrats, Yazoo. That sounds like my Okta, my OG Okta rolls, back like a year and a half ago. Cause I did a multi-roll, left, and it came back and she showed up. I think I did it on stream too. Except at that time I was only streaming to Twitch, and by this point the VOD's probably already gone. Let's do this. Kind of just decided you may want to go last minute. Yeah, I can't recommend that, Evil Ryu. Can't recommend that. Anime Expo, you can probably do that. You could probably get away with something like that for other conventions, not Anime Expo. You don't want to do that. Anime Expo is not the kind of anime convention where you want to go. You can just afford to be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna show up last minute. Derp, derp. Like, I'm sure that maybe you have like extraneous circumstances going on in your life where you couldn't decide right away, but the faster you can decide, the better, honestly. You're pissing yourself for summons now? Think you stop at MP1? Didn't you say you just got back from the bathroom? What's your luckiest row ever looked like? Double SSR, that's it. I've gotten double Gil, double, I've gotten Waver and Kualter before. I've gotten double Amakusa. It's lots of doubles. Well, not even lots. A handful of doubles. That's really about it. Oh, the bosses don't go down too fast, or you won't make it in time. Just go off the the timer. You have 40 hours, Alex Diva, to get some raids in. Do degen one-shot strats at 6 million boss raids? I would rather just farm. Whiff. Are you going all 4 days? Oh, I mean from now on. Oh, okay. You going all 4 days? Yeah, I always go all 4 days. I'm Premier. Been going for 8 years now, 8 or 9 years. Nice. There's my second route. Good timing for my processor to fucking crash. Wonderful. Let's do some. Let's see, route. Just one more on Proto Arthur should be fine. You have a college degree, just a bachelor's, nothing special. I just went to college for 4 years, got the hell out, and got a job. And honestly, if I'd known how things would have gone, honestly, I would have just gotten a job straight out of high school. Alright, good night, John Turnipseed. Thanks for stopping by and lurking. And happy night. Best story from all your Anime Expo trips? Oh, let's see. I've actually got plenty of stories. Some of them are a little bit more hidden because I need to take time to remember everything that's happened over the past decade. Let's see. One of those funnier stories is that one year we were going with a couple. So normally I go with a couple of other friends. Our core group is me, the guy who got me into FGO, and then this other friend whose house we used to stay at for like 6 or 7 years for the event before we finally switched over to just staying at a nearby hotel. So it's those three, the three of us, and then our fourth would be either another friend or something like that. Recently, we got a new permanent fourth, I think 3 or 4 years ago, and he's been with us ever since. So now it's our core group of four now. But one year we had our fourth was this guy we used to know back in high school. Me and the guy who got me into FGO. We used to go to high school all together. We were in the same class or same grade rather, and graduated together. And so we invited him over one year for Anime Expo, and then during that X, I think it was on it was day 0. I remember it was day 0. This was before Anime Expo started mailing out badges to everybody. This was before the heat strokes, all the heat strokes and all that shit. So yeah, we showed up at day 0 to the convention center because back then, because they didn't mail anything out to you, you had to pick up your badges on site. And day 0 exists so that you can do that, or it used to exist for that reason, because people would show up on the day before the convention started so that you can get your badges, your swag bags and shit like that, and get those and get that out of the way and not have to bother with that the next day, you know. So we go up there. We go over there, and then when we park our car, our fourth guy accidentally somehow accidentally dropped his wallet uh, on the sidewalk next to our car, and nobody noticed. So that wallet is sitting there on the sidewalk in the middle of downtown LA. Downtown LA. Let me emphasize that. At what? In the middle of the fucking afternoon, and his wallet's got his credit cards, ID, money, like cash, because you need cash on hand sometimes for some of the booths at Anime Expo, because they don't have card readers, especially not back then. So it's a pretty loaded wallet, and he dropped that shit right outside our car on the sidewalk, and we were gone for maybe like 2 or 3 hours, and then we come back, and it's still there. We were like, what the fuck? How did nobody notice that? So that was pretty funny. So you got pretty lucky that day. There's a joke here that I'm not getting. Downtown LA, if you leave a wallet outside or any sort of valuable outside, that shit's getting stolen. You're gonna come back and that shit's not gonna be there. So that was pretty funny. What else? What other stories do I have? Oh yeah, so for a couple, this happened more towards our beginning years, like our first, second, and third years maybe. This guy hasn't been back in a while, but back during our first years as premiere fans for Anime Expo, my friend, our group and I, or our group used to know this one dude who we affectionately called Professor Hentai, because you could have legit conversations about hentai with the guy, because he literally collects and documents and researches hentai. That's what he does. That's his thing. And he would whenever he'd always show up as like a premiere too along with us. So every year, like for the first couple of years as a premiere for us, we would always be able to rely on seeing him at lining up first at the premiere, the dealer's hall line for the premieres, and we would just sit next to him and hang out, and we would just talk hentai all literally for like 4 hours, because we would typically get up at like 6 in the morning. And show up to line up at the dealer's hall line or the autograph line or whatever it was, so that we have like first dibs, or we're one of the first ones there. So because of that, and because the dealer's hall doesn't open till like 10 in the morning or so, 9 or 10, we obviously have like 3-4 hours to kill. So we just sat around and talked for hentai for like 3 or 4 hours. And we called him Professor Hentai. Unfortunately, I think he stopped coming after like 3 or 4 years. Don't know what the situation was, but the first few years it was entertaining, to say the least. Anyways, what the fuck was I doing? Chat's distracting me. Japan is an entire social. He wasn't Japanese. He was of Asian descent, but he was an American just like us. So I don't know why you're bringing up social culture into this and all that. Has Hentai ever gone to Comic? I'm sure he has, but we didn't ask him about that. Distractions, Pepiga. Sorry, FGO 2 days ago. So noob question: do you have to kill final raid boss yourself to get Kentucky right, or you just get it from the main quest? Yeah, you'll get Kentucky for free. A limited time version of it, not permanent, from one of the main quests before this raid. So you will get a copy of him that you can use to level up and stuff like that, and level skills and stuff like that. But he's not permanent. To make him permanent, you have to finish the main quest. Trying to think of other funny stories. So, let's see. One year, I actually bought, what was it? I bought, so the katana that I used for Raiko. In fact, I'll pull it out right now. Why is my OBS freaking out all of a sudden? Damn, is my computer really that trash now where OBS, you can't even open OBS anymore? I legit can't even look at my my OBS window now. That's weird. Somehow it's still streaming. I don't know how the hell it's still even managing to stream. So that's funny. Alright, well anyways, I wanted to blow up the camera, so or switch to my camera scene, but I guess that's not gonna happen. So you're just gonna have to deal with the scuffed preview window, or on the bottom right. So this katana right here, I used this for Raiko, my Raiko catalyst last year, and with the power of being a weeb, a dirty, filthy weeb, and holding a katana like it actually means something. I was able to get Raiko within 1600, 1500, something like that. So that's cool. So back when I bought this sword, I remember carrying it around, that and another box. So this katana was in its own box, about this long, like maybe slightly bigger than that. So I was imagine carrying a box the length of this katana, and then carrying another box on top of that with similar dimensions, and carrying that around for about 18 hours in a crowded ass convention hall. Yeah, I did that one. I had to do that. It was not fun. By the time we got back to our friend's house where we were staying, that box was fucking beat the fuck up. So yeah, I had to suffer quite a bit. Let's combine these just for now, just so I have inventory space. How much was it? It wasn't that expensive. Then again, cheap swords are usually of cheap quality at the same time too. You get what you pay for. think it was like only 80 bucks, like 100 bucks, something like that. Hope for no triple digit temperature. Yeah, I know, right? Luckily, I was inside all day, and inside the convention center is you know a stable temperature. Whereas outside, you're in the middle of a midsummer downtown Los Angeles. So yeah, you're gonna have 90 plus degree weather there no matter what. No matter what. So yeah, luckily I wasn't spending too much time outside. I was normally just inside all day anyway. It's just that I had to just carry that around with me for 18 hours with these fucking pencil arms that, you know, all weebs have. Did that rice ball technique work? Yes, it did. Last year was utter hell with the heat being record breaking. I wore a jacket and all that, and I thought it was fine. Is there another raid event that uses BP? Nah, this is the last one. I'm sure some weebs are buff because of things like JoJo and the hot buff men. There are buff weebs, of course. The cosplayers, the good cosplayers, yeah, you need to be fit to cosplay. If you're serious about it, of course. So yeah, obviously there are physically fit weebs, but that's not most people. They're the 1%. In other words, not you, or me, or anybody else in this chat. It be like that sometimes. Oh, you mentioned you said you do martial arts. Good for you. You are a strong weeb. Still a weeb though. How much long do you plan to stream? I don't know. Maybe another hour. I can't stream too long. This is already a long stream because I've been streaming for almost 2.5 hours already on a fucking weekday. So. Zangief cosplay. Ugh, flex those muscles. Shoguns Toho. Didn't they already announce some guests of honor coming to X? They sent out an email earlier today, I think. I saw when I checked my email. People are showing up. In fact, let me pull it up. Not like there's much else going on right now. Let's see. We've got Katsuhiro Otomo, the guy who made Akira. We've got Yoshinori Ono, the guy in charge of who used to be in charge of Street Fighter. I know him more as the Street Fighter director. I think he stepped down from that though. Let's see, we've got Yoshiyuki Sadamoto, Ryota Kosawa Hiro Kaburagi, George Wada. Let's see. Toshinobu Kondo. They're gonna have the Nekopada anime premiere, so Sayori's gonna be there. I actually went to one of Sayori's panels back in the day, back when Nekopara was first popping. Uh, so yeah, she's cool. Junichi Yamamoto. Let's see. Yuito Kimura and Tetsuya Fukuhara. Azure Lane Illustrated Howl and Saya Horigome and Asuka Ito. They all worked on Azure Lane. Hiroyuki Omori, Takamitsu Sueyoshi. They're the JoJo guys. Yoshihisa Hashimoto. And a lot of other English weebs, or American weebs. Nanabu Otsuka and Makoto Kimura and shit like that. Blah 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 blah. They're starting to roll out the guest of honor, slowly but surely. Looks like they're trying to make a Katsushiro, Katsushiro Otomo, as one of the main guests of honor. It looks like. He's voice actor or actress is coming to X. I think some of the Azure Lane ones. I'm sure they've worked on other stuff too. You think you can one-shot this Oni if you use the Buster item buff? Probably, yeah. Probably. Fingers smell like sword oil now. Gotta remember to wash my hands later. Just got Raiko. Hey, congrats, man. When is the JP stream? Next weekend, not this one. You're gonna summon for Raiko? I don't need to, because she's already at P5. If HARK was localized, would you wail on it too? No. In part because I know it's never going to be localized. Though, if it were, and I knew that, if I knew that, the arcades that I know of, do get those machines, maybe I would change my mind. Maybe. Because I know that, some of my friends, do like to go down to our local arcades in our area, every so often to play like DDR and shit. And if that's the case, if for whatever reason FGO Arcade got localized and we got a few machines, or my local arcades got a few machines, then I would have a reason to go down with them. So, which would be cool. Putting FGO Arcade to console and allows to link accounts. Yeah! You're funny. Alright, Ultima, thanks for stopping by. Have a good night, man. Thanks for hanging out. Where's the node to farm bones? This raid right here seems to be dropping a few bones. Though I'm not sure how good they are. Alright, got another root, which means Proto Arthur is now skill complete. Just in time too for his buff. Let's see if I have enough QP to fucking do it in the first place. I have 150 QP, or 150 mil. I think I should be good. Any plans for Squirtle MP levels? Maybe. I know I'm definitely gonna go for them. I just don't know to what extent. Probably MP5, but we'll see. Shit, I need proofs. Alright, proof man. Who's been stealing all my proofs? I need 5 proofs. Thought I had enough. Guess not. Right. X proofs. Okay. Wait off on that then. No, not Merlin. Does Maeve out-damage Kintoki? In this case, yes. Smell of oil on my fucking fingertips. How do you keep a craft as his inventory clear? I don't. Mine is pretty packed too. Yeah, part of my problem is that my craft items inventory is way too full right now. What do you use for material management? A notepad file. Literally, that's it. That's also part of the reason why I'm so inaccurate sometimes. Do I want to change it? Not really, because I'm too lazy. Oh, they'll give us the inventory expansion in due time. What time is it there? 2:30 in the morning. Nice, another route. Is you roll for Raiko or Tomo? Can't decide. Why not both? The safer option would be Tomo. Because Art's teams are pretty fucking good. Hey, congrats, Grey Bro, on Raiko. She even came with a daughter. How nice. Even in JP? They're even better in JP than they are in NA. You do know that, right? Perks of killing Regend. Extra drops. That's really about it. Grind the ladder will be hard. Just do 6 million once, and at 5 million points, the damage ladder gives you your first sumo. We're using a golden foes on Tamamo, obviously. You think this game is balanced? No, but it has no reason to be. It's a single-player game. Which node to clear if you can't clear the 6 million one? I don't know. Make your way down. Try the 3 million one, if there is one. 3 million, 2 million if there is one, 1 million. Drop down until you can beat the Oni that you can beat, or you can find the Oni that you can beat. You know the most efficient way to farm the other two mats that aren't coral? Does Lord Ashura one have anything on that? Doesn't look like it. Stack all gotcha Cs and check Chronopedia or the wiki to find the nodes that only drop you silver mats and gold mats and shit. It's pretty simple. Between evade, MP charge, and mana burst, which type of skills do you feel is the strongest? They're all useful. They all have their uses. It's like asking, oh, who's the strongest servant in the game? They're all useful. Evade is a hard defense skill. MP charge helps with farming, and you know, anything really. And mana burst is damage. They're all useful. Another route I think I saw. For material drops, probably 3 BP, as usual. What time is it? get the 5th copy of Sumo from? Damage Ladder. First 5 million points gives it to you. And you get the four copies from shop. You have so many quartz. I think the most amount of quartz I've ever gotten was like, or I've ever had, was like 3,500. It was during, it was recently during Kiara's banner. Alright, Huddy, thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. Time is over there, 2:30 in the morning. Didn't Rashomon have better material drops on 2BP? No. Rashomon was fucking terrible for farming. At least it was for me, so I didn't bother farming that shit. What to do with Kintoku's Ascensions mats? Do you mean, are you asking how to get them? Or literally what to do with them? You use them to ascend them, of course. If you already have Kintoki from last year, then, they're just kind of there. You can't really use them. So, again, they're just kind of like there. Getting tired. What mats is this event good for? I know last year we farmed at the Rakshasa Tower node, because you could farm for feathers and hearts there. The rate was decent at best, I think, but I mean it was the mats most worth farming for most people, so take it for what it is. Just burned all your Sangors to get a 5-star series in a row. Rip. Better luck next time, man. Yes, Rashomon, now you're missing Onigashima because of exams. I mean, Onigashima's for 2 weeks, so hopefully your exams finish before then. Welcome back, Blue Hana. Lack of Lancer cookies in these events makes you sad. Guess you're looking forward to Neurofest then. Working later? I'm still working later. Probably shouldn't still be streaming right now. Any future singularities you're looking forward to? Not really, not on the top of my head right now. There's only 3 copies of gold in the Simulator shop. No, Ace Christopher, there's 4. Check the one that sells for gold currency. You probably missed seeing the fact that there's 2. It's getting chilly. Yeah. See how you can buy 2 for the wicker baskets with the wicker baskets? That's how you get 4. How many sand quartz? I don't know. I legit don't know how many quartz I have. It's been a while since I last looked at it, because I haven't really been concentrating on Geo recently. You don't play JP? No. Got spooked by Tama, not even her raid up. Yeah, she gets her raid up later on. As farm come along, it's going. It's actually going pretty good, actually. Actually. The gold medal. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier on stream. Best. Let's see, 15 minutes left. Wait. Let's see here. Mountain Pass. Forest Node. Let's get the Oni one out of the way. Guess we're gonna have to use these Gofos here real quick. So here, this is Forest Node. And this just should be the Demon Node. These are golds and silvers. I tried taking a silver one here. Well, which one was the silver one again?
Before I realized that it could be from within me, I never knew that anything like it could overwhelm me. If not for you, I could never notice. Why am I waiting for? I can't hold back from what I'm feeling. I just can't feel it in words. That's my habit, it's so hard. Only you make me feel this way. No one can to hold on to one side. Can you just say? So let me follow me. Forever will I keep you all my love. Remember we just then, this pretty hot curtain. We talk about what you knew right from then. Of these emotions we were hurt. No hesitate to me, I have a got to you. You feel alive, but I like you while by your side. Can you see the love in my eyes? Before the realize that the going from within you. Did you know something like this will come over with you? So let's be sure you can wait together. What are you waiting for? Don't let yourself fall back when you're feeling. I know that didn't make the words. I can hear your voice is so hard, easy. That makes you this way. No one can need to.
Hey Marshmallow, that was my day. It feels cold because my room is cold, but other than that, it's fine. We're chilling, literally. Does 3 BP map drop sumo? No, it only drops hot springs. The free quests are where they drop golden sumos. I don't think these starting ones give you them though. Or even if they do, it's not a good chance.
The words buried deep inside my heart. I fought to try to hear my arms, never do to you any wrong. I will always feel this way, no longer needing. Told us only what to hate and say. When we can hold on tight, however, keep each of us around. I will always be lucky. I love you till the end of time, my love. 深くかすんだように一人さまよっていたあてもなくただ根を確かめるように Can you feel the heart to beat it you to grow it too tragedy for you keep on going to the day no look back you know you can't go anywhere 降り止んだ雨の向こう覗く太陽のように Past a dream to the wall when I did that say it's just time to go So find a way 光が差す方へどんな夜も越えて先へ So like the stars 暗闇も照らして空に響く声に続こう Wanna hide or struggle my future And I was crying cause couldn't move I feel like the darkness was going
Do the quests drop quick buff boxes too instead of just a one-time reward? Do they drop them? I think they do. They might.
耳を澄まして足跡にまた色をつけて歩むんだ They get so very high they cry And don't forget we're not tired 僕を待ってる日々
Not 3-turning. I don't care to 3-turn. Not here. Not here. Maybe if there were like a root node somewhere later on in the event, which there probably is one, then maybe. But no, I'm not even. No, I'm not bothering.
It's just like my heart is stealing so far away かぼすくたようになく揺らぐ灯火はそっとそのまま消さずにまた一歩刻もう
Alright, have a good night, disappointed. Thanks for stopping by. No, you too, Akaru. Thanks for stopping by, man. How does Shakespeare's Buster buff compared to Merlin's? I think Shakespeare scales from 20 to 40%. Something like that. Yeah, I got a quick buff just then. So you can definitely farm them, which is a good thing. Kiara's Japanese server, but no damage bonus. Why? But why though? No idea. I'm still using her anyway because she's fun to use. Can't wait for Garth for the final grill. Yep. Another Gara coming up. wire stuck somewhere. Okay. Check the shop real quick. Managed to farm a lot of the coral already, which is good. Let's see. I think that's gonna do it. Clear out my BP, cleared out my my AP. So yeah, I'm gonna call it. It's almost exactly 3 o'clock. So I'm gonna get ready for bed, get ready for tomorrow, and then get started on working on those videos I want to get out before the weekend or over the weekend. So thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for hanging out and chill grind with me. I'm gonna send you guys over to X0's stream, and you guys can hang out over there. So, again, thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you guys next time. Next time I'll stream is probably gonna be next week because I want to concentrate, like I said, on finishing the videos that I'm working on at the moment and getting them out before the weekend. I probably won't stream over the weekend because I'll probably be busy with IRL stuff. But next week we'll probably have a stream, maybe, I think. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. And have a good night. And now it's time for my PC to die. Woohoo!